and yet for Aqua Badaba Kumasi online TV, Take TV, and Friends of Ken TV, and a year Ukwada 2nd April 2025. Uchedium Pandaroma, Bibia Eshaye Pa. Na before Sebe Kwejuma dear social down so no. I was saying can with Dinkomo. Juma dear de Bremo, a Rebia copy say no 9 ebo a blah, a renemy no abono. And then you will send me a best and more come once near Dion come pa. Ya a bit me a boy in a maybe piano. I call you Diamaya as our mine. Na and some person with Dion community did it kind of say Munim say or minor a woman to see or minor a man penny mahama esa ba biemuno. Na a binumaniaje na a bimuso a diaro ho. A bimusi debi any quan seba pay and kawoba. Ebimuso a yes man penny mahama oba. If you say from 2012 your bioman penny assume yakopim 2016 no. Papa no osuan me bi de free mu enti obosabe ne oman penny the second term yin enya de se ha adwen ehia pa na sa asem yin enam soma ensem bia ekwa wo se ye dandi ade kire mo na ensem ye nu pe enam ne mu bedi enkomo ba ko ye enhwema Kumasi FM, Kumasi online, Take TV, and a Friends of Ken TV. Show that Jumadia, me of a dancer, me a watch champion, yen shumwehu, and the Babaka wants them. Now, before they know, my men as like I say, Pam, Ghanaian baby, say, you don't come before, could do only be a way, a ya quantity, a do be a way, come on. I must soon be a bar. Yan shadanti issues biya sa enunti ya bought edanum ke before abaso pa national chief imam yero sheikh sheributu wadaroma ya bo abaso se otumafo na bibia eboko e de ma ya kopo ise kramofo nyina se mo ya kwankyene e de ma o ma no medin ene ofadan so ense me dikani enhwema showdown ya yes see our Jubilee House. Afei, your man penny presidency was so. Ya yes, see, I am no more say. Ya the communication director officer. First, kwachi ofosu. Mikuta se see say. And send me boba a man for can say. O share a kwanya. Say ya appointee will be. Na abane se san. Na send the panel. Ya yini de free ho sabani ba na oya appointment bi na send the panel appointing na so mampanyin no your appointing ni ho a na foforo ba na send the panel ya se send free ho by yehu IGP dan paresa okọ ama yewura tete nyohonu Christian opanyin na aba as acting IGP adema oman Ghana. I don't go na channel. Ya tese ya petition ya mame Chief Justice Tokonu se emabruwi se mame no enema ba ko ni Mensah binti no I was say ye ni free ho. Ate sansem no mame mpo de get kra ba se da bi ohia enchechirimu na ohia ne copy eno so enkwada nchen samba kaya 2016 a bread trouble we done ye ya man paying dada na nado ewini abane pe BBC mevan se bien susia o man ye be trouble ni nyina da na bam eye yisi no ye yi ma mini fro Charlotte ekoy e ma Jane e bai ba ma fo sha se e meki allegations say senkabaya yenua ba Mensah atukoe ono nso so wonko nanka foforo emla na enhwema showdown yawuram nyagada information any evidence ya wo kire se ne eye no anhwa ye maami Mensah ansha na maame no yansesa no enhwemu ya ya wero ma kɔ presidency na tena ye ani mpanyimfo bi didi nkomo amienya evidence mu odu a chese ma me je Mensah say man focus after chief justice no je Mensah na ye next ya also no so ekɔ ba me ka chem show da dwuma so say ye nua ba no pe enkomo akoso any information agada na chese je Mensah de obetimi retain in seat no as a yisi chairperson na 2028 ono ankasa as a James referee atwa me atoba ya ono time no ne impress aso enunti any information aba ya me pese wuhu se BBC a no se Kumasi online TV show that juma di ofadanso me kawasa me de kire enunti ye nyina ntwen emendu wa yibehu se the maker no and the correct na enyantro bia eno koda nche no yati Ghana na yesi containers bi atima fly enyantaban atu Africa na ha bebe containers ye atudu kode me ne wo yenim sabia mguso me ne wo kasai asat na wa me ne wo kasai no yenya information bia se containers na atutu ayira no ewo ha anase wa ha ejina ha anase ejina ha yenya hui containers no 1371 containers na ayira no yenya wa bi etu akọ ba emu 40 pe ene ensatumi aka ya chini baba se du mienu bi ya omye India fo ne China fo a containers no omoto di free Ghana fo ni bi ho na de ba ko a me wura ho ne se yetimi ache baya munteni yo de onu to container no yache no banipa ko na okoto container ma no de yenche no tieniye ma mo hwe ma wiei na mutemie macha munteni yo container no enipa na onu no koto ye no yetimi ehu na che no ba do container koto ma nipa no de yenche no asam no ehu sami fun wei ayira eni pa fun yi ono de ko mo bi toye no yenche no na de oto fun ne de ya che no sela no yehu no baya no eni ya che no Ghana oman beni mema videos bia mo hwe eblem payunfo bi ekasa videos ne Mensah bakuye babia yewura Agyapong energy minister akota parliament eka container ho asem dodo wa ayira ede kire yen eblem so a woni sentofo hyiaye ewo parliament no ano so ensem okan ye ana afei domkuma banu dani yewura Alexander Agyapong'S ono so asema waka na fe ensem bia empemfo bi di base enipa bese enabi yanchi wo mo si ya chi wo ma containers no ebetime hu di aka enyina na sankofo no ye ba ko gina amranim na mra ene sankofo na di na de ba kwa awro ho ne se hwe containers 1350 containers na ayira no emu 40 penny yehu ana nipa na ono no eto ye ne de yetime asachi atrezi ahu no ache no ba mi a ana nipa na ono no koton de ma no de sabi enyanche no asam no emu awiram na enie container yewura John Agyapong abegina parliament the fourth parliament emeki sign statement no amadonkuma kan se da bi the papa yi kan ente sa led by honorable Agyapong'S said da bi ente sa achile yi yewura Agyapong'S asa beka se ampa na oye board chairman awo ECG ho muntin yo enye just container keke o container cables egum ye de omano ye taxpayers money oman Ghana ye taxpayers money ye taxpayers money akokra ade free eya abrochedi aba ye be som oman no na let it be enso wa ha from 2023 ana letei enso epia bonten ebla na former managing director yewura eye Mahama ono na ye managing director no papa na hwe salete no na otwekoma PDS ana letter twa no koma wo mu na letter ni ne be hwe mo hwe date time omotwa ne nsema wo letter ni mu ye be kan amotibi ewosom sa Ghana ha no ye to aba de mempanyimfo a omonwene ye ho ye to aba mempanyimfo omutimo den ye to aba mempanyimfo a sabi me ne wo de ye ho da dwene sei enyi omutirimu do mu hia eno mo nko aye die ye to aba mempanyimfo a omugi omana bro Ghana enko ye nyina ye mpanyimfo a sabi omabe di omana so ko ebinom we kwame nkruma mu si nchen kofo mu si nchen mpanyimfo bi a ye nyim se mbabo omana esi nchen a na nseni nano ifo yo mabai die abushafo omadi omana bro omadi Ghana abro omaha Ghana omaha oman Ghana omati Ghana omadi yewu containers ya yakra eje oman sika ensuo enye bi mpo ennom gamsa daroma yeso nyina sei ejanam bia yenya benye be kura gyamu nan yenya sukuru adan and school under trees and that's wo ho yentimi ntoase poverty ekumoma no economy ni ma ya den komo diamanfo nanso so yempanyimfo no nwene sa ne ma we ye ana mu wia ye ebo ya krono na o manimu he sa video yi ye be show na letter na ready a be se mu tama letter no e ba ye cause e tam me ntentem se be ya ye betumi akoduma de so na empayimfo no nso aba wey e letter mo fanto so me hwe Electricity Company of Ghana Limited ECG muntenie Electricity Company of Ghana Limited where a letter a buyer Electro Voter House March 2nd 2023 any March 2nd 2023 letter in ye samose me boa ene da so sa letter way ana March 2nd 2023 ya twa ye akoma PDS fo na ye pese container no se omunyara so mu yisu a o se wo se containers no adema amanfo na ye ton edi fro manimu abra Ghana fo ga se ye hia wo se DS mamintum was it the Commissioner General Ghana Revenue Authority of Starlight 91 Road Ministries PO Box 2202 Accra DS and that's one was a request for the heart of ocean of ECG/PDS consignment and containers at port asomre dani when ye headlines no enie letter no lead ni nie ade da so no sa letter ye twede call ye say containers ya kra edi be sum oman no ye ton no na na ku for the bless o oni ba umia bless o ana container ye ton no container sa content be 1000 na eche na ayira no enye mahama breso eye NPP aban na nado led by Nana Akufo-Addo and Baumia, the vice president. Omna Tonye. Later in ye, another one. Say later away, Anna ECG, managing director, Yaura, Samuel Mahama, I requested says and Kabeya, container seat portono, Yanshania or Senior Tone. Without Ghana. Population base over base 3 million population no yante wo hwe nipa kakra bi dom kuma bi ketua bi ana hwe yankopɔ anim adelete akɔ ya nkoton sa containers hwe se okɔ so se we wish to respectfully apply for an extension of time to clear various consignment goods. Consignment of goods standing in the name of ECG and or PDS and request for a halt on any pending auction of the said goods containers. Eti osha na dia wo hono Ghana container na o mani hia e de bobra no hwese ne let time pay for tray and some doso na one no ono no o se recall se sa container na si part one se abani nyusu mfanya hwea e wo se yetimo wo hye containers no na omo hiam no omo ton e doso ye time nti mebo video nti wo se mekumanim se okwa efom wa de twato kura no Bevan said, number 5 no was we accordingly hereby respectfully request your intervention to formally notify the Customs Division of the GRA of this state of affairs and direct at heart out to any planned or ongoing auctioning of the said consignment until set time we have managed. A dozen, me phone so na ha me kakra. A PDS for. Ente a letter. ECG echokoba PDS for. Say omo yanse sa kwento ma ohyen. Ente no, sa letter na ECG any jero for echokoba PDS say ye twa bra mo say container I will say ye tonti ye mama ya kwan na ye wo shi containers no na ye mfanya de foforo na dia ya ne say ye ton pot na boden eja mo ma na nka ha adwen say ye wo shi abaja pade a aye fofofo de sa phone so 10 billion me say wo shi a me ti kwa ton be say 1000 Ghana cedis and 10,000 and 1 billion po neda ma obi but omoton so motomo ma ho yenton fama Ghana fo ne toma empayinfo na metam nti was your kind assistance in this regard would be much appreciated. Yours faithfully signed Samuel Mahama, Managing Director, copy the Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Honorable Minister for National Security, the Honorable Minister for Energy, the Honorable Minister for Finance, the Executive Director, Iloko, the Director General, GPHA, the Assistant Commissioner, GRA, Custom Division, and I'm going to let them come out. And March 2nd, 2023, no, and container no, omoton di ma omo ya container 1,000 ye chire etima yira afri Ghana port ya ye hwehwe mpa ye hu e 40 pennies atumi aka na se wo be di oman so na mu di oman ya bro se ya eye mu be di oman so Now the mind ekwa enkwasum edi omane nsa hyeboase mudi omane wo say ya ebusa se eye ya busa mpanyimfo ya to abali eyi mpanyimfo asabi ometimi aboa oman no empanyimfo a omama omane ye ho atoyen banye mpanyimfo magya bedi omane wu empanyimfo a omabedi oman no awu ye nto basa yan toba say ye metoba na be wiase ne de nsa gu eti twa agyajo dabi enti container no ane aton ya ton container na di ya wo hye ne fofofo edama o mankasa eho emu 40 pe ene nsa tumi aka 40 containers 1000 plus 350 di komporo you say 310 crowd ever 1000 kwan kan 310 anaira ye hu bepam ne enti information ba ne say awo say den tam chairman awo yi sigi ye wura fanya markets o se ye che no ene e ba ko afei den tam energy minister ya o ye running mate ediman pp yesumpo woda mokwa nkroma no na po mete poku prampe o so no se che no ana afei the account biem aye den tam managing director yewura Samo Mahama o se ti sampa information se ye chi wo ma bebe containers na kane woni nyina na e betimi akohwehwe hu na won chi ni pa otoye da do kotoye de won chi no movie say yankura here mama video no video na yewura jenapo ekogina parliament na o kan wasem no o wiere mabɔ de ɔne nsɛtwofo hyia no na mabɔ ekwan a Africans e kan say okoye chairman e wo yisigi wo no ensem e kɔɔso no o ka kye no egina betibu yasum tese ɔma no yada na na egwabɔnti video na ready mo me kokotie se na video ni sitie areho Ghana si ya me nya na oni anhwe ya on si ya na bɛkɔ yenkotie video no are you ready the video ni nie.
When we took over, I visited the Temahabo. Mr. Speaker, we have about 3,000 containers stuck at the Temahabo. 3,000 containers, most of which contains transformers. Today, as we speak, Mr. Speaker, when we took over, I visited the Temahabo. Mr. Speaker, we have about 3,000 containers stuck at the Temahabo. 3,000 containers, most of which contains transformers. Today, as we speak, Mr. Speaker,
with materials, cables, and other accessories, ECG has not been able to clear those containers. And so as we speak, we have 2,500 containers stuck there and stranded. And as they stay there, it attracts a lot of penalties and demurrage. And yesterday the briefing I got is that so far the demurrage alone is estimated at 1.5 billion. This is unacceptable. 1.5 billion cedis. This is unacceptable. The first question is that what led to this untenable situation? Why would ECG adopt that model? But what is even disturbing is that the briefing I got there is that with materials, cables, and other accessories, ECG has not been able to clear those containers. And so as we speak, we have 2,500 containers stuck there and stranded. And as they stay there, it attracts a lot of penalties and demurrage. And yesterday the briefing I got is that so far the demurrage alone is estimated at 1.5 billion. This is unacceptable. 1.5 billion cedis. This is unacceptable. The first question is that what led to this untenable situation?
Today is another day of sadness for the politics of the country, because a system has succeeded in setting us up to set ourselves apart. Mr. Speaker, let me give some few facts for the Hansard of this House. I had the privilege of chairing Ghana Water. every single reform I initiated ended up in the media, caused by the very people who perpetuated it. And in the end, it turned political. So, nothing gets done. ECG, I had the privilege of chairing the board in July. Because I'm a businessman, the first question I ask myself is that how can ECG award a contract? And when the contract is awarded, all the person does is deliver at the port, present bill of lading, and request for payment. I said, with the greatest respect, I don't want to use a word. This is Parliament. I was shattered. I said, how? And ECG would have to pay. So I realized that ECG was paying a lot of bills when they've not even had access to the goods. And when you ask them, I asked the procurement manager, director of procurement, a question. I said, why did he say, oh, chairman, this is the practice since. This is the practice. And they will bring you document. I listened to honorable member for Secondary, lawyer, you from Secondary, Kwesi Mintin, and I am adopting his submissions as though they were mine. The time has come. This politics, somebody says MPP, NDC, it's a system problem that I will any day support this minister to embark on reforms. How come containers at the ports, containers that have arrived, the bureaucracy at our ports, they say the containers are missing. Mr. Speaker, it is true that when these containers come, there is some connivance with some customs officials, and they sell these containers, these cables that ECG needs after the supplier has been paid. They sell the container, and then people resell back to ECG. Are we pretending we don't know? Instead of us to pay attention and kill the rots, then we come here, then MPP, NDC, so now they say, oh, maybe it's happening on the MPP, it's happening on the NDC. No. An honorable minister, I know what you can do.
Enti ohwe video na mo de mama na so ma video na so na kasa ne mane yen hwe video na ha mana so ya he open na o kasa e parliament, the floor of parliament and yewura afanyoma case ya oyedom kuma bano dani e kasa wo se hwe se omuton ECG omuton contest ni wi a na omosa twa mu ho abeton dia ma ECG muntenie asam ya ya na wosem because ama menso kwaa mia menso me yama seme muntenie o opanyini na oye che wona ya chama oyi
The politics of the country.
na po ana ya energy minister ana sama mahama no eye managing director o ECG eni sample inform yensan ana oso omano wo mu na ebuso mu nsam o sansem o se okwa ho no eya ade a ewo dada enye ne ahotete pepepepe akoso a enti ye tu abade ye den na se opanyini kan obi a wo ye chairman o ECG na enema bone ikoso wantimi and draw on man attention. I'm young to sa a dear echo and until Omaja Padia, and the Paka Krabi and fa, and the Pakumabi and fa, on my Ghana Japadia. Now the Ayana say, so almost sold containers in the year. No, almost say return. You tell na almost have a tongue and the my ECG. Muntio, a dear aya, sabi wine pan on my bay, and a Sunday with me akoso. On my banner we bet me a see. I didn't ECG for dear. O muja o manu, taxpayers money ana akade aba ana si port and for be on obi adwane emra so se be isu na enipa akabetimi awo shen aton na omoton wi a na omosafa back door na omomaton e de ma yisi kro na hwe te se kronfo wi wa de no sabeton ma wo nanum sa de mpo ye wo de a tieni o kronfo wi wa de ba unim sa de kronfo wi mpo ye wo de a ano sabeton de kro na de ma wo se ade meton wo sa atom wo sa ato enti unu na enya wo de na kronfo ne de a wo de na wo ba wi a no sa atom ma wo ebi na yeye o manja pade nipa kakra bi atimi aton video na ye boy no yewura gina pase aya 3,000 containers baby so was 2,500 containers ena me no waka ni sese yo by mesre no oba ye nche say next time oba public abeka so public here na daroma omma ne nsam enye pe e basa na minim ebia na pressure ya aba na suntema ene abufuo ntema ne kansa 3,000 2,500 containers this okasa parliament okasa chegana for onhwesa okuta fat figures no enye pe Ghana o man Ghana na adeba ku bi nso eboba nyame aduma ejoda na se fiada maye ho adwuma e de amamo betam nti ba ku bi nso eboba na nsenya Burkina Faso jenua bema aye Ibrahim abrantie ya Burkina ye nyina ye bona ba so ya ade no wa chesi Ghana ja padie bi abenta na ba beto $70 million Ghana ja padie abrante Ibrahim Cherry abaton Cherry abaton sa Agyapong free Ghana ha $70 million na nsenya nanu ya na kofa ba yo nanu ya na mahama ba yo ananu ya mahama na ba yo batu jejeje ananu ya na osa ba yo mahama batu jejeje yesi Burkina Faso abrantia wonya 40 years ya na adwo so chen ewiase mpanyimfo nyina adwo no sa branche no abawura Ghana ha eja padia dachi o man beti da bobla no ya ton ejama branche no na ay information ye gada ya see ya ton wio $70 million eni sika abranche no omoton de ma na so omochi efini ho na sade kwenkopon ya aduma Friday and Monday no ya be ho adwuma e de amamo madam Roma timunhia no so fama ye etigana ha de ya mpanyimfo no mo wani nyina sabi ya kwasala ho mache kwato aba ni e bo atwede campaign ni adade ne de sabi uye babu na utiemi a o so yi woni wase Burkina Faso boosters fuel infrastructure by acquiring Tema hydrocarbon facility from Ghana. Yaton bibia wa yaton $70 million. Yaton. This strategic investment aims to bolster the Burkina Bay National Hydrocarbons Company, Sonabai, by increasing its fuel storage capacity, enhancing the country's energy security. Burkina Faso na baby o won pano munin kania. Yes, a wood in kania, nyan kania, kania, ya didn't yes we are sense so. And Burkina Faso crash baby. Yes, omonya oil mono, ever say omo just say but time oil for na ye dia no. Ya ton Burkina Faso. You run judging upon and said about you. Seman check Ghana for am young kwanya. Gentia moton sa Ghana ja pade dem Burkina Faso na ye ntia se da. Ebia na enye no kre. Minyi ni sa no kre. Minji ni da be antesa. Mo dem kama kwa Ghana for munya abotre. Ghana for munya abotre wate. Na won kama koma ntom yam. E bia anyesa minyi ni minya so eye bosrem ka. Yewra energy minister John Jinapo. Yes, more ton Ghana, you just paid the Mabokina flow $70 million. Burkina Bay. Abante Banen Senya Sikapa Burkina Fonya. A cow more day or much you Meli for any US crack beam. Ghana, you go to Bosia. Near Wano, Mali, Burkina, Niger, Cote d'Ivoire. Nigeria, Omunibi. Go to the whole world. Gonna go to Papa Chebia. Go to the one and one essay wo. Go to Ponia, not and one essay wo. Gonna go. So Ponia, now go to na essay wo. Yeah, good. When they are amenity, my fancy wa ha. Na Menko Hana ho. Yampa Friday yebetwa so na yetwa so edisan komo no na ene enkoba babedi anie medama sese matie yen na mahwe yen so mo fam comment mla na Ghana de chese de mpanyimfo ne yen de awreho yenia be ma ye papa ye ofa Kennedy Agyapong wala chapa bi aba yebedi nkomo ka kra bi ahwe se e wose so mana yesi gamse no se ebetumi kura agya o se de ma ahemfo no na omo stop galamese no ene nso kwhia eye natural resource minister Ewura Ahmed Ibrahim ono nso so banan kwanta enkan kwanta nyina ona ehye ne nsa oye MP ho ode atudwa yesi yente opanyini afenyo mark nepo ene mahama se 3,000 containers etimayira every port. Ebedi ehunkomo ene ayo dwumade nso afa yesi donkuma no omonso so esi omission of 24-hour economy no eno nso yesi mahama ne budget okan wasem omuhu de yakoso enti eno nso so donkuma no e kan wasem parliament se papa wadado ma wona kan yo 24-hour economy no ewai yebusa no ensemo na wiai yaba bedi ehon enkobo yenua bema Martin Safo Jan NPP communication team member Dogbe Kevin NDC communication team member I will can use say 10 a member and our president when I member all secretary mo opinion enso ewa ha ya enche anybody enkobo me dinner for am so be Kumasi online TV showdown Kumasi online TV TV and our first TV mame me mo akwa hana ofo me Joshua na bom disen oba de na da roba me ho ye na oso na me ado me ho ye pa se ensema ya every fret me pa so dia na say what a hit upon hit akasa I know there so ultimate fire and penny for every fret me oya no mo ye say ye de eduro no me ye be de kokrobotin me kwa kwato oba ne de ama wo aya semu omufanya hwe ai ka Ghana fu enyina ye ba ko na nka 7 December bia edu ne ye koto aba nka ye nto a nka mo ba sesi a na ye serious ankasa se mpenifo no omu ye mate eminenti ye hwe nkrata no munsem okay ofa before ansa na ye be ko nkrata enim no eye e-levy any betting tax no finally we be ka say eje ba ene ye man peni JD ye bode ne san sha se assign as a see no betting tax so e-levy away bas intino ye da man penny as say na nsema wo ka kire ye bra no ye campaign say Ghana for ekokromotin koto aba ma no watimedi so pepepe e de ama Ghana for intino ye da na sepa say waye ade wo hunti ye da na se na ene so ye napo ene ye MPP
MPP for kopiemu ewo ye edum ekoye donation so de maye omo aye victim efa ye ejahehie ekọ ho no no na po donate 100k de emma wo mo na face so omo 500 bars of cement and na face so MPs common fund no so no omo yi mo 50k so the amount ye bo MPP abanuku na ba so omo ya de na po wa kire se wodo asantemani MPs abo asante region nyina no ye do mase papa ofa ye nkrata nim na me sha se won nkrata ni mudia na me de new crusading guide ene ma ye tiefo ni ahwefo nyina so akwa aba e de aba ye show down dwumadie so na wuku adai na wukọ de new crusading guide na se bugina po ayesi etimi tire manitimi ko ewiase afa na nyina ensoso na mede wo ko klatafa etoso myensa eni edua na se ye papa Kennedy Agyapong ni foni ene da ha se ena ne lawyer ena afenso so ya nas nsem ebeto so abe fonten fidie su no man Ghana nas etabri ya asem no ediko pie mo US ma court share se Kennedy Agyapong enche $18 million no ena ye ne lawyer esre se opa court na chewa nkasa sika ne de mu odu se 30 days ni du na se ye nya se sika ne de ti so man ga na mu ose wofa ye nyina ye jeje ngentuboa e de maye papa ye Kennedy Agyapong no timi de akwa kujako sika ne de mu odu pa ye enta ye ne lawyer okwa klatafa to so eye miensa ne edu e wo hono ma wo sre court ne se sika ne de want so emfa emma wo mo ye ba eye de new crusading guide na mu so a na se Ghana backside for na obaina na se omampani ebo omabaso papa if is omo plan say omo person omo establish a new refund mo person mo si edan ya mo betimi akra ye backside ni na ewo ho no na wo de new crusading guide ewo ho no kama enso so na wo ba asie ha se enso so na ese gidian bako na o ka se ye hwe oman Ghana mo ase ye sikasem entoto ho no ase nhye dan koye papa enti e mampani ekenya ho na etimi eye bibi kama ensoso efamente ne the new crusading guide de na no pay ene Wednesday wo de ba ye na mede abremo no ye kwa the Ghanaian publisher so a ne se ye mampani JDM ni foni na dasoro ha se ye nrada ye ebra ye Muslim fo no omo wie Ramadan no kwa kan omo ho eno omo gu achi wie se twa to okra na bra wo kasa no eno wo kasa so oman Ghana mu ase de hia pa ne asundwie an ene kro ye ne pepepe ye enkase we ye Muslim ni we Christian ni ti no me mpe we ya se mo se da bia asundwie ne hia no oman Ghana mu ase entene wo kwa the new Ghanaian publisher na se man pani klatafa to so miensa ensema wo kan enso eno no mede wo kwa klatafa to so miensa na se Ghana Bauxite Company no omusi omu baba besi dan ya omu betimi de bauxite ni nyina de akwa akogwo no ene ye mampani anasa oban aban no ebo omabaso papa so obetimatina se plan se omu baba baby say dia ma oman Ghana na wo ba ase ase na se minority na ye klatafa to so mienu a minority no na se omu raise alarm bi ye money laundry any drug trafficker so kwa Kotoka International airport ekoso wo honom no ene se omo ka se we de mani nyu ase de bia da mo ye ne katasumu muaso enti no ya aban no hwe na won kan yo betima ko na se aeroplane aba be so no be kwa akohwem na se ko kenko anegum ye sori ani atabli sika de akwa kopiem obi man so enti no kopiem wo ye the Ghanaian publisher na se intim fodwo ena kase se ye money laundry any drug traffic no ekoso o man Ghana mu ntini mpanifo enhwe na omo enhwe
ba se wo yesofo
wo yesofo
ba mate se no obo ye mampanyin mahama obo no kwadu se ase papa no won landru bi ni adade bia mahama nso so aka se yemfa ne nyehwemu
na wa friend so wo meche evidence bi owo biara onfamra na eja
okay
ye mo omo hwehwem no omo hu ye bia obae no no hu ye bia ono na ehu
ebetimi aboa pa on se oye reverend oye sofo na sofo a sabi akoba se ebeko na ntesa na sofo twantro eba so se be hadwen pa o politics ni be do akiro se na ma kamoni former finance minister Yura Adams yes papa be can say betting tax ya nye levy no money cover ni anye so ye nyina nim Ghana say we si kokrompo ni yetew utua water base ne levy covid so si Ghana so enti no chese politics ema ye mpanyimfo no binom
basa nkwan no fo
enti say yewura enti mfodwo se ne nim ni pass papai ayo so fokase pa wo nim nyame na mo yosem nti papai ni sembi obaka bia no tebi mo wadum se aye political talk ase osua wo mo se politics de ntro kakra na dade panyini esrew e man panyi mahama wo se yenye nhwemu se ye ko nhwemu ne ntesa so aso ye shi so timi panyi no ma we to aso na ye tam no
okay ti the Ghanaian publisher de na no pe mo de eba ye no ye call the daily dispatching so a ne se ye man panyi JDM ne ka say wo se wo be hwe se ye nsu yire e koso wo man Ghana mu wase ni nyina no etuo ebetwa wo man Ghana so won hwe se enebo se nsu mu na ya na obi epe ba bia afa wo se wo be hwe se sa ne mani nyina ne tuo betwa wo man Ghana mu wase na okwa klatafe to so eye duba ko a abugina pon ne ka say wo say se ye hwe se ye kono ye democracy no ye betima treaty mama na ko wiase afa na nyina ye ntretrem emfa ema man Ghana ma man Ghana fa ne ntuma pa emfra klatafe to so du ba ko na ka se mu asoso no na se Ghana Bauxite Company no ene peso mu sidan se de be ye munya bauxite no mbesi ni diri nyina egu on mansa na Africa na ha sei akwa pie mu amono ne eno soso no aban ebo ma paso papa se mutima plan so pese omo establish bibisa enti na buko pie mo the daily dispatching so a ensema wo mo ede eba ye no ye kwa the Ghanaian Times obe pie mo Ghanaian Times a enche bia ne hu sa to forcing ebekin kan ye budget 2025 budget no ede ba ye no o kinkan ye ne ko ye hu debate ne sisi no sika mu twa ye a fiwe ye ba be de 293 billion no eno ko pie mo Parliament House ya je yasan a sesi an ye kwakọ ise sika na efiti na rekono ese ye di ba be ye adwuma nkasa wo man Ghana mo senti sika o mu allocate de call eye o my Ghana ye twa to wonum sa afi we ye bedi no 293 billion no sesi an ko pie mo Parliament House ya je atum kama sanso na wokwa klatafa to so dumie no so a na ese Bank of Ghana ye finance minister de ka say no say umbe ye clean up bi efa ye microfinance ene afen so wura bank no fa sa se me pese ye hwa de wo ye hom ebra na PP amanukuo no onom no sa na mo kan hwe wie no gugugu banks ahodo be
almost say
almost on be clean up bi wo ye microfinance ni wura banks no
on say banks ni bi wo wa aya na omo license no ana egu
okay
obo mu renew license no ana agbo so process mo fa mu no na be kono political party bi na e back no to one go through the normal process yeah dey mom license e dey adwuma no by say yes ye hwema na se bia ye saka mu dia enkeye
okay
ba say etem sika da akogu no sika so chen e ka nipa ne de dia ene yanso so enti omun firi omun mu nyina nhia no mo ntanse se bia se ne yehu na bibo wa yehu no yemfa normal process so na omane mwa se be unemployment no betimi abafo ko ka so ugu na impado duo adwane bebo so mo no adwane nyina bebo mo nyanya ne sa eti mo munya te se na ado de ni bi
ai
oni ke mfurata de ni bi mo mfa na magana
na manfo ya manfo shase ekoyi o musika
o mo nya te se na ado de ne MPP aban de ni bi
dabi
ye mpesa
ai
ye mpena na ado suban ni bi
dabi
se ye discuss sombo eche eka obedi 29 billion akogu eka obedi bese 10 billion no ye mpesa de ni bi
okay
de penny say se di pan fonso mpa enya sie wie o mani edie ye mfa ne mfa enhihye ne mlamu na onye na dwuma na ye nso nya adwuma de enye titia
okay enti klatafa toso dumienu so no be pie mu oye the Ghanaian Times so a na se man Penny JDM one chief imam omufoni ne da ha se kama sala ya ye di ye onu omunyina kohia ye di sala na wo kasa no na wo se esi ano ye nsu yide afa ye bia na enso so omo amasisi adan wo ye bia nsu ofa bia na se wo sisi dan a wo nsu ho a make sure say obesha say blocks no betutu anu watutu because you say no nani baba be hwe no madri sa dan ni nyina de from say de be ya nsuyiri etu betwa wo man Ghana mu ha say ente no ko the Ghanaian Times klatafa to so dumie no benya bi no wakenkan ni nyina enso so wo ho no me de wo ko Daily Post na say ya samijan finimfoni ene da ha say kama ono ene ye pani ono ne da eye gold board anom na wo si de bia da na mafo bebre na aka say ena gold board ye be ye di ba be wie sika ena ye galamsey kura na say ya hu makeup sibi na say ya say ya refound ne fofra ye dia ba na wo kire mu say entisa na gold board na eye o man pani dia ba na say endis aban dia ba no ba be boa papa ya ma o man Ghana etima konanim entisa meje mfin sema na o say amafo ka amafo bebre na ka ebi monte gold board na say no Daily Post dia ba okwa katafa to so nsia betima kenkan bi wo ho no ma wo kire kwan ya gold board no ebetima bo ma o man Ghana etimi akonenim na aye Reverend for join team ofa asema na ye ka na isi ato ye nsa de afre no se wo mra na wo mbehwehwem wo mekire ye wo fa prove upon prove famra ye na se de be ya Ghana na ebetima ye hwehwemu ye etima ma bibia ye de etimi akoso ye ko de custodian so dia na se eye anodon prep ni phone na da ha se kama wo se galamsey atia tese wo man Ghana mu ase de bia da ye bon de ha empo ya mampani JD ye na wo ba mu ese wo ye ho campaign se media me ba ye galamsey won sensem ati se da makoma so papa na ntimi ba me hwe se galamsey nyina no etuo ebetwa wo man Ghana mu ase ne nso JD ye ba ye still now no galamsey ni koso na ye ano dompre ka se wo mu tweska bia fanto wo so mo de ba be si galamsey anu gos ensema na jo mahame ka nyina na ye bi ka se kasa ye mframa ente okwa klatafa to so mienu a sansem we nyina wo hono ma betimi no wakenkan ni nyina ebi enso so wo hono medo okwa klatafa to so miensa na ese minority leader eya afedoma kinzinifoni ene da hase na ho de wi na ni esima bra eno se 4.6 billion a omutwa edema gold board no sika no sika ye di samani kuo ni ba be fa sode di o man ni sika papa ya hai wo si ye sika we o mutwa de ma go board fa so bie ni so na sema wo kanam sema ya phenomenal kinsi na se de mu ye nu bie no mu ye nti we kura ni kwansan ka bu complain to so na phenomenal kinsi sa se 4.6 billion na o mutwa de ma gold board no fa so bie ni hono sika we na ye change na eno na ba be koso o man Ghana mu ase na wo ba sia se so a na se Mr. Digital ni phone ene da ha se ya wo kire se wo hwe niema bebre na de afa abra 2024 campaign ko so na se ye yi ni se odukura meli di MPP amanikuo nanim no wo hwe niema bebre na de afiri munti no Nyankopon bona se osanso kura babiem kura na obewu kwan a obefa so etutu na na mon so afa na se wo ba esoro ase enso so a na se ya papa Samia uku wonu nso ni phone na da ha sei kama okopie mu ewe ye Agyapong South abra na omo ye efie market no na okopie na de we amanfo simi omusimi welcome no na se efekeke omani agen ho papa ni dwuma pa ye wo di no man Ghana mu osente na wo ko de custodian na obetima kenkan sansem na katafa tosumienu a eno ne nsem ne de custodian de baye ye ko de new center ye ko the new center so ne se ye mampani JDM ni phone na da ha se kama ye se wone ye chief imam na wo sere se ye idifito ya ye di ye sama wodi tu dwane se obesra da se wo man Ghana mu ase ye di asundue ne kro ye ene pepepe ye betima tena wo man Ghana mu ase ma wo man Ghana etima fa ne ntoma pefra enye watimi waka mi bia na ye se ye no kro mu ase sanso na akwa klatafa etoso miensan so a ye akosua manu so no wo kasa che test comfort se test comfort wo mu se ndi sa MPP amanukuo no ya di ntwo poto de ena mundwoma pa mu di ye no mama be mu da mu nkoso na mu hodu party no ati no mu ni 2028 no omo se back to power nkasa enye fedi agro sanso na wo ba klatafa etoso mienu so a na se yesi two new levies bia so mo de call parliament house no mo hwe se omo betimi a pass out de amaye ena abuginapo wo se democracy ni yenhwe se yebetima tretre akọ nanimu bebre internet so ba the new sentence so a ensema baye no ye kwa daily guide na say daily guide so deputy attorney general na ka say ECG missing containers na ayra no na wo kasa say omuguso aso omu trace say omobehu sa containers ni nyina say da be ya wa hu bomu bia na do be kwa kogina na ensoso anim na ye reverend na ye fodjo team enso kwa katafe tosu mienu soso anifoni ne da ha na osisi ye kwa yenso ye bambo enso so bambo na esi a na hye dan koye papa bia sent na ye Ghana wonde wode be hye eyendi saman ko so mo ba yi yenso ho bambo na koye bibie wo ho no nto be srada se penifo be hye na o matimi aye ni nyina soso ye de amaye na afen soso sa wo kwa katafe tosu myensan with the daily guide na mu soso a na se aban na ebo Ghana Bauxite Company abaso so matimatina say a plan some person musi refund wo man Ghana ma ba bi ebetime sie bauxite in before san e fro man Ghana mu say akwa kopi wo bi man so no to offer ne ma me fa yensem ni nyina enfensie kose time no mle na nya ye plan sa entene ensema e de clatter no e de bae no of ma me enfensie na fa de aka nyina efa to aso ma ye tie fo adane de no mo jebre no mo tie no mo hwe showdown dwumadi
me da say ma me hana producer ko ponshira but one thing is container na some de obi abati bia na no ra say container timi ayira na ya chi do kotoye ba ni pa na no koton ye ne de ye nchi no anu ni as dia mentias enti sa Jerry division commission na say commission mo kan simple Jerry division yes penyina no odan adentina empanyimfo no hwe na yan focus on the letter no woni managing director no na twe letter ni de koye ema come PDS for say omu containers no say hwe na etumi washing na ya washing containers ya washing ni nyina wie na ya che buyer but ono no sold container ne de ono no yenche no dono no board container no person no to container de ono ne ya che no it doesn't make sense
offer no correct cause o my Ghana mu ase no okay nyina ye wa ha offer obeka say ye mpani for scanner no mu di nti de bia da sama ya na meka say ye besra da wo ye youth na say wo wani afinkwa na menka say wo de wani kwa akohwe ye mampani so fa wonsa ye bibi say de be ya onka say de bia da na ban because ye mpani for ni de sikadie na MPP na dia de same
because assistant commissioner first Jerry division any custom for no say mu na free from
yes e from mu nyina no fa ye na containers I na etima hu for tedie
na ya chi do to na ni ba ko ton de anche
ani ba da bi mo
na se ni pa yankra
e mo re man kasa o
na se de mimi na obi atem ba ma fire o
fire
se de say ateni de mini ma se mu ye mpanyimfu do e se min kasa mini obi atem na mu no e be chiro kwampa no afaso
phenomenal kenzanzo na kan say afiwe ye boot for boot enti en hwehwe ye be kon boot for boot kasa
ono so se ono mo che no mo busa questions no na e bo chairman
yeah
nto se e busa questions bi me da se hana yakopo hira ye producer ye nua ba hana na de nkratamu nsem no e de abesom ye na awia yi na awia yi be di nkomo ye nua bemma ye Dogbe Kevin NDC communication team member Ashanti region wasaye secretary edema 10 ewe KNUST NDC for student for econo mateno ona twatwo for panyini edema wo mu ewo ho na ebedi eho enkomo ye hwe ni mu se ye nua be masafu jan oye MPP communication team member ewo adwoso onu krei wose pe aye adwoso constituency youth organizer obeba dom mabunu no ano de ma MPP awadwoso constituency enti eno so na makai no enche oba be ka yensa ofidam ya na fei ya didi enkomo ena nsemfu e ba behwe no ya ahodo miensa na ba ko bedi ka ho asem paye ye ba pa Kennedy Agyapong na apology letter na wadi abase opa Ghana for any MPP any we are seeing na cha obi a ne bone oga sa tie no afum no bia no ye na nya nya ho no bia e ha no yemfa enche no e be di ehun enkomo Anna afi galamse no yewura natural resource minister yewura Ahmed Ibrahim ose se betimi aboa pa galamse kono yemfama nananama yemfo nanka omonko emfama yen eno one ne yadwen bedwadwen kire ne yadi eno so ehun komo anna afei containers 3000 na ayira no enka aba ne se yase yenhwe ne nchimpa inform yense bi dodi kan eye domkuma aba no dani Honorable Alexander Afanyomakins omo se yenche no anna afei yednua ye papa ya de nyina ya otu oye friends running mate edema MPP 2024 about 2 year Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe na po mo kwame nkruma no yesu mpo oda fa timetable bra sem so dun so ho sa papa no se yenche no ana afei former managing director edema ECG yewura Samuel Mahama ono so panyino ese yenche no na emusabusa mu se ekwambes container no fa so a etimu efraye efrigana yeni komo medina for nanso na yenhyasie Kevin emakwaba
ofa mejoso
abom te sen
nyame adom bibia boko na wonso
nyame adom bibia hye pa manso way din sa me final na wura ho ana
aze uja na no den dodo
sa
no den
eja no den ho
no den
ntina untimi nyina nim
ase utwa ichi sa na ejuma panana o yebebo wabaso
na sada me kan no kura na me boa
obo ejuma
ana me boa say me ntwa to prove evidence ana ECG nsem say ye de me nka bo ne ba me say Mensah na metete say dia ye die say ye pamon dem ye sure say be possible
edikan
so what wasem
mat edikan mechia with for ene obia o hwe Mahama obedi president and say to abewie ya obedi president o my eti say on pamo obi adwumem just on what mercies this obi obi dia I just said there is what evidence and I say fact to what to prove it. Then say if a group of people believe say ye ma imagine Mensah ebi aduku in juma enso ni na ye be yin dia omon petition no mon fa reasons enka homra na Mahama de on pamo obia in free office without any clear reasons and I say inform so nipa na intino for now no I think say if you are against say obe continue officer you have to petition give reasons to say on get through tokono nipa three petitioners a petition president say on pamono in free office intino
okay mate yeni komo yewura Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong dia bai say o pagana funi wiase nyina achew say wafumo bi on political environment ni ma ye mfa nche no daroma mamintio si mami nupe
ofa edikan yo ubia obvious we bia has flaws because the flaws such as autotima intino there's nothing wrong say you've done something wrong and you're apologizing for it but what happens is what's the issue is after apologizing what's next Kennedy Agyapong and the first time or pagana for actually he has done it over and over again and what should say he won't come back and do what he has done or apologize for now nanu ya oba nanu Sunday ya oba take Ken yes he has a test confor or general meeting oba sena oba a chowpan kwa nene obey intino what I think and say even though his apologies would be accepted would he go back towards to commit the same crimes because me as an individual this is my view I think Kennedy Agyapong is someone who says things anyhow. And in my view, as a presidential or as a flag bearer, your views and your opinions should be churned out in a way that it won't infringe on anyone's rights. Evidence of it is say like Anas edene court abrochi ya wakudinchua yede fine $18 million atuno. It should be a lesson to him say as a human being and as a more importantly as a flag bearer so obekin bibi and utterances in public should be something which would come with what's decorum in my view it will be accepted.
Okay by when we say betting tax in we know you say the enya ye free one say what one say they see ano there we are Ghanaian bana with team na wo hweme a say ye levy e say the ye free certificate na mampanyi Mahama ne saka umasensan bibia kama chese e say the levy any hobiem afi betting tax and also ye free any hobim see na abetom emissions levy eno so ye yi e de free eno so no eni ehonomo ebiem we say get found NHIL and a road found and no any idea we talk say ebia ne de say betima ya kwanti tobutu beba tell them o maintain by o share a certificate le kuta mampanyi ma hama wa hana we ye act income tax amendment at 2025 and omode wa say this printed impression has been carefully compared by me with the bill which was passed by the Parliament on the day of and found by me to be a true copy of the bill. Date of certificate 28 March 2025. Correct to Parliament was signed. Come on, pa. Date of certificate, you know, a year 1st March 2025. And also so papa assign Speaker Babi was signed. And date of assent a 2nd March 2025. And also President Mahama assigned. And today was hereby to certify that power to pass this act has been conferred on Parliament in accordance with the relevant provisions of the Constitution. It is here there betting tax, ye levy, COVID tax, 1,000. You see there is abolished. A new hope PM a chum. Oh yes, you do. Amen.
Betting tax now. Betting tax no as a young youth in the I say, you know, betting tax and anything. And they say, many misika kakra, ebi a me juma nya na say me juma ebi sika me wona enso me na menya ebi a misika be 100 10 cedis bia na 20 cedis bi na me say me ko twa bet ebi a Madrid e bo match na me say na Madrid be win na me ko twa ho tax ho bet me twa ho bet na say me Lucia e na de aban ma me hwe o da bi o ma me hwe on fa me ho but say nyame ya adom na say me bet no me dia na aban say me nsa ma na mu 10% ofa etwe intino emanti any youth amwo Ghana amutie me ene on the 2nd of April I want to tell you say betting tax yamutu utwa beta 0% tax in your bet so into say be a betting company bi wo ha omoda so tax na you have every right as a citizen to sue them because in your law and as a amendment Mahama Ediabe there is nothing like betting tax biom.
Okay. Eti osha den the F. E man panyini eti ne office na all sign ma say e ba pa Julius Debra oja aye ne nchen ene mahu former finance minister yewra setekpe ono so ejina ho ana deputy finance minister yewra nso ho Felix Kwachi Ofosu ho ana finance minister nkasa yewra aye atofosen opanyini anso e ho a yaman panyin mama all sign say a free ne kwatin ton time betting tax away ye levy away COVID away omission tax away and tax be ka won nyina no yesu dim ye twam e de free ho e de mama bunu enti ayasem de e de ama oman no ti Ghana fo de atadwufo wa yate asem de pa e wo yasum ene awiei I don't think not the no afe yenim na fe na yeni yenkomo ne yenhwe yewura natural resources minister ohwe Nyankopon bodemu nyema nyina so ma ye good ye timba ensa sesem nyina Ahmed Ibrahim se betimi afight for galamse na ebehia se enka yemfa ma ahemfo no na omomwaye Kevin Simano enum mamintio.
Okay, for me that's it. May kind few lines be among we have a duty to protect our lands and water bodies for future generations. Galamsey is a threat to our very existence. Otumfo Osetu to the second. As Otumfo Wakanono, Galamsey, medical kase Galamsey de existential threat, a threat a yenina no yan so anoa and as yenina collectively yamba together ne am fight Galamsey na ebeko ewi ye no na yenina yente asibi manasi ye ni hobi. Intino, I think say in the past Galamsey de it has always been there, but in the past when the chiefs had the rights and they had the power to be able to control the kind of people who do the Galamsey or community money, I think say it was minimal. And so I think that in this collective fight, everyone should come on board. Leaders, traditional leaders, chiefs, and even the youth leaders of the various constituencies and I say the various communities, they have to come on board. And I think say it is a good call to invite our chiefs or traditional rulers into the fight. Oshe oko achimse ochehene osajefo
amotia for the penny.
Also or the voice abase Galamsey ewo ne crew manane man so esumtwa na ohwe asante man card na otumfo say oye Galamsey na say so mu a ehwa yetu ade so intini. These are some of the things our mubetimi aye, and beyond that too they have other rules, the complaints, and I think say the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Dispute Affairs so mutimi ba down na omobeboa omoso everything ahemfo asen na omutimi a champion in this kind of Galamsey fight, because without them we can't succeed in this fight, because obi anywhere obi fi baby aba say okutu good e will be man so onku hune man hene and I say leaders be or more community ho. I think they should be involved in the fight, and more complicit in the fight too should also refrain from it. Make a complicit I make say or more so omonsa eshim like omudimu kena aye Galamsey ye cause almost so they have to refrain from it now. They do things that would help fight Galamsey activity.
Okay, but Osha Galamsey na ugiri said the man na mamwetimi ahwe aye because agin mo wie yatena wo ana various areas to Galamsey na ayemfo ejomotimi abo Canada no manti manyam yamfama
on say en America no Osha ye constitution, your 1992 constitution, there was amendments. Osha over the previous years, the constitution and now you use the ahem for another a traditional rulers, they had a certain level of power and combat me a everything it took Galamsey as but over the years, and I say in the 1992 constitution, everything 2 million or more nisa 2 million BM. It's also a customary laws now. I think that those customary laws should be brought back so that a bit me share a handful no almost now with me a fight, because without them I don't think that we can be able to fight Galamsey.
Okay, Matthias, but share how a nemasi kone aban eye bibia aban bon homodin from Mahama Tam and Adubai ye okaso de the presidency e de toho ama Galamsey nti me and to Galamsey asia obey free akunwa so as a president ni nyina na ye wonu ekusi be wi asia no na ne kwado be se agensem nti no say on ye papa aye land minister ka say senka ebe ya betimi aboa yenhwe nanka yemfa mana nanom ahemfu na omuntimi enkontu ede ne ohunti a o kase because o kan ahemfu na baby no ama me doubt kakra because ahemfu yam precious ne to Galamsey o hwan no no be fe no say me hwan na let be by say from top other from above it you say yentu by ahemfu bi so wa other from above e by so o mama kwam yentu ene yentu Galamsey o yes do ma krampo yentu Galamsey gidigidi a bunu do jam minister yewura onabo akwabo a no ya madam for ya me lawyer waka say I am pa Galamsey o mu to videos wa ba from Justina ahoba na hene etam wo nyina wo bunu rechi ya na do ma hene say o mu ntu Galamsey wo bunu ya nyina wo se mu ntu Galamsey ayemfu yi na yesi yesu mama wo mu o mu nso na yetumpo mu sisi yentui na Kevin
ofa ne o kan de mum ewum na nye say minister na nka se yenja okone hye ahemfo no kwansa opa chire ma we should all come together in collaboration with your traditional rulers now you fight this particular menace way until and you say you jai okona like abomoso we are all coming together and I think say you say your friend is saying I dream ni ba ku futi until say ahim for neba na say your friend is saying yeah government officials na so ba on board na so omo to adwin na say become on board and build consensus. I think say we will make a headway in the fight against Galamsey. It's not like say you jai ama omo say omo fight the particular friend is saying Galamsey na ye kan ho asem. It should be a collective effort. Maybe can imprint to say it should be a collective effort. Now offer inanu ya American your friend is saying page bi so na obi say Mahama enye Galamsey ho hwe na nanado ka de waya de ka chen your friend is saying nanado in the fight against Galamsey. Na person bisa say obi a ono nitimi di ally eba say you are permitted to fight to mine in these forest reserves or in some forest reserves and you be awaba in less than 3 months and I say in less than 4 months with me at the LI Accord Parliament say enka omon pass so that particular LI 2462 no more there bana it is allowing people to mine in the forest reserve nonka they would repel it no almost onu mu no nya de na near or this LI ne ba ya e ma amanfo to me so omuntu good e forest reserve onu mu no ya de I think say collectively we need to come on board. Traditional leaders they should also be equipped untimi nkaza wako fight Galamsey because nanu ya me hu Galamsey yesi bi no more site uhutuo ne some of these ammunitions are omo wona e chese obi ni pakese bi and also omo asen. And if it comes to the issue of Galamsey, I don't like to politicize it because Galamsey knows no political color. And say yes who say in so ni nim say oh NDC ni to kono mu so na James ne sign I ne yini nyina no e be yira and say oh MPP ni ntino wo de may impact your life more. When it comes to this issue of Galamsey, it should be devoid of political colors. It should be mainly focused on citizenry and patriotism.
Mate, but I say Yenya Bema a year Kevin NDC Committee member in the Ashanti region, Secretary 14 at Ken University, and I yet Ninkan Yankona in Yabema Martin Safujan, NPP Committee member. Now, Ope a youth organizer or a Joseph constituency. It's a Joseph for Mabunu and Gokwanem Rafono, Obiama Pambetime Huno, or you good, the near Dane. Na no atinim kasa ya obetimi ni pa hia di nkoma convention ni pa e dia mamoa jenua bema Martin Safujan te mesremo madarma mo hwe na mamoa no mam gofa obi a okire bi modem sabegu muti se monum ho se manfa jan ama etimi sremo mo mpe the rightful person a onim de na mabu no dadweda na komaso owo tema odo obuamo anopawe na nwumre obokro be tum ni wia na kwotena baabi o fa nkra wonya no mo nwini we nyina menkoye se madamfo menua me girlfriend menim no hamni me classmate na wontumi nya me sidawo saade wi ene ha oman Ghana madamfo no akoya mana mi wan so timi nya adwuma no etimi semo mumpa obi o sefata wonim die owo awfama timma enso to awiebo awmachi anadwo tambia no oho de mamo obetima sa kama asam edi amamo onfele pamu bia mesremo enne ni ade osemo hye no so adwosuman na bapai ebeboa mo amamo so de mo hwe odwoso no mo nsatimaka asemabu no medam ase Jan akwaba
my boss offer mejoso
net say
ye ho adom pa
bibi ekoyedie
yankopon adom ba de adom pa na mpa ibonso nti
da ba de ase
bi ekoyie
ya ba mpa won sa be kan wato ba we ni aba no wate
medase
am troma
yankopon adorment mejudi why isn't why you be da
ya ba mpa ya ba mpa sa anu me ni hia yo
oh okay
anu me ba me na hu me hu no me share base bi ande me na yi
okay
na oni payfo bi di komo na so ana mi twam ko
one approach no
o man approach dem na oni payfo na so mu ye close down meeting e 101 ba me na me pese ma approach no nti de bibia ni ba ye bom paye ha na ye hwe nti sisi ma ba to ne da bai
Said no, we are looking for early congress. Said me can for private me about so no I think say before the ending of this year be December kra one share until at least anko yes how kra there early January February na we say ya fi do at bit me so aba ni mu pempanyin for directive for the babonten no and ye gina so na hwe
that's next year
yemfa ne sa bit me so ba say endru next year no
sanity or some would ni ka kra ansana paying de na aba
the partnership no say Parliamentary once
okay because or some in town some did esa hamba bi no 2024 mo anyim paying for them once NDC ye no early but am ka say mo premondo do by answer over here etufu kwa wonfa na say man ka say wo na mo bewu na wo say akra say men kwastable fu kana kwa gugu so etina mo pre do say mo bewu ntem ana ya me adom so ma we ampa mawe onye de wika chance of danso ana wo haye sa na so say me tumu fo say ai na me tie pa wo kan ne am say wotimi kana me bu ofu na me pa okra bo
semon
be ya wiye no so the one asema be kan no be serious papa yi kan smu yi yamfa anti monkafra ya da say eti ye bon pass du ho a obetime di nkuni ye nso beta wo chi wadama ya hwe kan Japan wode achapa ba say obi a wafom no pet ni mu o ye Ghana nimpo onya pipi nimpo ewiase ni Kumasi ni Ghana nyina ba bia ne nkran nyina no or patch or letter ba communicate ba wanya bia kan wo yan pipi ni papa asemi chopa keke ana bibi nti a openti na sade we eba simano enum mame nti openi
ofa siman mame fa sima ba
no me nu permission
me nu ofa
we len kan ye hu ba
ofa mame fa sima keke na me ntia me mpanyifo ya won mo me constituency nyina free polling station nyina be ka constituency ya me ankasa mempi honorable lawyer Kwabena Boateng, the humble servant, the hard-working one.
Lawyer go, lawyer come.
Lawyer goes, lawyer comes.
No one said now on the back game, the Bemne night.
Yeah.
And they say, Papa, and the phone said, develop.
That's my MP, no. We are actionable man, love. Yeah,
that's mine.
Oh, yes.
But I know you're not many, but all the same.
But I will be at 2 years. Ofa na machia mempi oni manyam follow ya Kwabena Boateng ene mpanyimfo nyina awiesa no me region mo menchia region for mpanyimfo nyina so a free youth organizer so kopem the chairman so well ofa me papa me ofa honorable akompre kon ohene Kennedy Agyapong yes wapacho is ofa the late Mr. Mr. Akwesiampo Foji obonyum bi bla na anche atin se enu na wotu menu kwa no Nyankopon to nsafre no o se nyum na boy na wo se obi a wafom no mfa nche ne Nyankopon so nye dey mfa nche me last na be that way good
yes
you see it tells you say asase to see on se ye kan ye boni a ye sori a ye ya ngofanka ye ntimi ni sima krekeke kura wa asase so but ni nyina mu no Nyankopon de che ye nti bebe bi se won mfonso obe ya ne nipa bia ye ye nti obe pa chewa ye se yanyintum sabi uye Nyankopon ono ekuta ye nkwa no ono kra de bibia che yo na unu etia wona aso na wa ba bontin even if say sabio se wa ma bontin amfa che opa makra na de na wo se wo ye wa unyansem let your conscience speak to you never che because the more I would channel, the more Nyankopon so be dey. Edu de be free no de a chew. And so, ye papa, ye wofa, ye de nyina wa ba bonten abepa chew. I think so far is a good step in the right direction. Yeah, we say especially the good people of NPP, we say ye adhere to na ye tie no. Through that, and didn't kabum beba. You see over this time no enye enkranfo be she makra we kwaso ahwe sa aka no for mani bi mu. You see unnim nipa bi kula obefiri ba bi din kabo maba amankunum di na edai yede nim se nkunum di de ba but unnim nipa bi a o destiny help bi a obefiri ba bi abeka manyoko yimu edi yempeso obi abeti obi ana so to obi ti obi na so ekim na akọ ese we menini ese menini ese ya yempene ye behwe se ye de yie ebetu yie eho honorable Kennedy Agyapong enim so aboa party pempa every baby de bedru baby ntina jawpa no de to me am no han me gitumpa
but that say mama kenka man for messages omodi aba Prosper Ben was say Habos not belongs to us. Harbour is not belong to us. Or say Harbour any idea yaton so matter. Omonton.
Propaganda.
Or say lances from minors should be stopped before handing over to the chiefs. Good idea. Senenu Agbo or say I don't like the way this guy is saying yen paying for as for our elders just chopping our money. It's not a right way of presenting news. It is not all the elders that enjoyed in the search collection. Okay, Nana upon a suyoku was offered answer. I'm watching you live from Ejula. Okay, me that's papa. B. Joe Jeremiah live from Dubai and also a shady free. Mama Kadi Taminti, Mebana Free, Member Twasso. Kevin, Yenin Komo, Yamla Reso, na ye share. Yewura, a young land minister. Land and natural resources.
Yeah.
I met Ibrahim say, Gam say, you bet me out to a sea padia. Yanya Funin Kabum, na impono. Yamaya for him premature guru, a womb. Simanum, my minty wadaruma.
Offer Medasi, answer Mleno etiam nintino, me monitor to say usi boots. Offer Yura Ahmed Ibrahim, the Bandahin crew, I think say MP Neka say. Ofankayanesa. Yeah, say on one friend among you couldn't NDC. Now on some war, a bemono because I say we say no. Offer, yeah. But you must say, Okano as capacity as what? And your crocodile don't go offer. You see, over your main, yeah, Galamse, MPP Abreso, never also, never coso. But the man himself, Nanado Dankwe Kufuado, the former president, offer, we be a dinner family, dear. First, Katuchi ko farm machines here. I was here this stop be bia ye de ye. Aye na fam de do betimi aye. Na che say kire ani bri an ani abre so be stop Galamse no. Nso obi an ani bri no onko first kan fa sa ani man ye de. Enhyem. But we bia na emom no. Na Galamse ni yedey ho na so no metimi aka se sabio eso te kakra pepin se sabri current ye de yewo mu over ye wo omayimu ena ye hu ye kura na Galamse a yewura mahama so oba no be stop no once and for all no including the forestry dey kwa no for we su ye de campaign which a man for bought his idea now we gene the tomb over the emu say na de ye hu no ube hu a convoy pa na escorto ade ye kan say piloda yes piloda na escort na so hazard yes so blim na anajutum na de kwakowura kwayem ofa na de kwakowura kwayem ofa ye hwe ye wa ha enkanya bone ye na nanam hemfu isi emma amanyoko NDC for enye se omu tutu anoma wonom de akwakire na nanam hemfu na na nanam hemfu bi omu ho no omu te abanyu akese so pa ye ho kire ye ya ye padwen kase ya eho na ye de etwa ani ko edu ba bi eho na ye de amanyo sem ne to nkyai ye wa ha ena central regional minister bi ka sa the national security force military force anya intelligence say dwumade bi koso ha no a ye mining you see mining no Galamse no ye kase ye de politics ya emwa but over this time no you can't do mining or you can't do politics without mining yes anti there was here kind of kure ni e fechiri ese ni emia kuro no e ma adwa na hye kuro no bi firim anti say kuro no ntimi ngu this time no whether you like it or yes the politicians no o my encroach I mean the Galamse na kasa ohun ye wa na regional NDC chairman kasa no mo ba mo ntia me na so you should have step on my toe and san ma ba ha say no mo ni abokwa brane pa eminim ya anya bia national security officer na military officer ya boni minim say aden na mo ba man frame over ankwanko DC ya na say yo regional minister Kolombo o head say kana minister Kolombo na ofa tinganenka sa regional NDC chairman nim say ye na nanam hemfofo ho de na wo say nko ye no kuroi wo wura asasi wo wura do ye nim say anya bia no over 60% to 70% no say agudie sha asasi ase a mla kire say sabi e ya bandia of which ye nyina ye dey ye nim but you soon forget say the asase kase na ye ahemfofo dia ye e wo say ye di ni die dey e ma ye na nanam hemfofo NDC regional chairman yam nye ne sa akura e hunu say sabi ade kuro no ohene ni so ana nananum ni so ba ye hwe de o ye o teki ono an angle ana o de ye ye wia na sebi ye wula Ahmed Ibrahim the Banda MP was the energy lands and natural resource minister asa babontin because say ni say na make us offer ye tutu no ma won de akwa kire empanyufo eno so de enya dai emamuda nansi bonsa treatment plant of ayenkwankwa de ani aye sabio na make din kaka say wa ba mu no na galamse ne koso ani e fight but not to some extent ya nka wa baby e fight through nka wa beto aso amene fru no bonsa treatment plant offer che ensue ni agidi no plant ni nyina ese ni nyina ye dai agense mo ye dai esai nti ekwa na ye bai ye koi anase ye bai offer arewo sem at this time crowd esisi crowd che se ni enyanya magana fo che ya nsori a eniema ekoso no eniema ekoso no ye ba na ye betena offer yes yemfa amanyosem nto nchai yemfa amanyosem nso no sabio who is ruling this nation I am amanyofo na ewululi whether you like it or yes I for amanyofo na ewululi it won't mean take you mum free mu da and I want to mention bla omu din yedai so on offer carrier mpaseti akro bi wonom ye florom ya nkwanta fasa want ya just recently andro ye Galamsey pit ebuagu nipa enum so condemn 5 people dead so no ye hwena no ye na Galamsey no ekoso nti regional minister bi beka so hu ye international security bi beka so hu ye nti offer so while are these people I mean the NDC apparatus bi ya na omu eka se me kire Sam George okuja to abra kwa no omukọ river Brem river Tano river Nkobra no omukọ sa honsuo e de kire omu ti sensu ya de se sa sabio gutter the back gutter bonka de obi mfichire nyina timi kwase sa nyina the voltic bottle mu plastic bottle mu de kire say look at what is going on of I know memu and me we say omu where are the so called Ghana coalition against Galamsey led by Kennedy Agyapong and his entourage teams. Where are they? The kind of the volume the speaking when MPP government was in power, no, are they still using that power to speak now, or are they using that volume to speak now? You see, say ye koso say one here be kakra no, just ye be Galamsey na ma sabi ofa e be kakra kwa na mo chiri heye no na ye ba be to Galamsey no. Say so PMMC wan ayida no yi wura sam jam vida no yi say ofa. What is a gold board? They say akura school kula o hwe na no person kula na mania G school no. Yes na Galamsey no ho, but no mo ko school no. It's what be declare gold board into the sense say he said one year go to Agyapong na way in. Of I don't forget say me see be free is a mining prone area. Man so Bontem form to be precise. But of I've never stepped there before. Me call class say me kwa say gold na yi ni kro me kwa hwe na yi kulada. But thank God I'm still alive. And say you need or maybe you need kro bi. Yeah, without mining e hon ekwa etumpon ana. Of mampon ye mampon. Yeah na say that's bonsu. Also mo bia nsina sa so ma me yi. Nyese gold ni bi nso e bi so but was one penny but offer other areas in there ekoso I wonder say the so called union leaders of Galamsey for they've kept so silence. I wonder say some of the media personnel of Asabi Muhammad for penny for ibino and Muhammad for ibino say they no musi kasa wo media no chance and for I wonder how they've kept so quiet. And as I've already said the apparatus so no Professor Ramford Jampo say shipping your authority da no timi kasasa wo kira de kura no opla se nkura ima break no mfa formula bonten emla me kasa se de Galamsey no eyeye no enye yes the menace of Galamsey ni se enye but to so by now by enamo we mo kama no atum ena nipa wu na ewu to sa ni e bobi munim ni e yese ne se o ma ya me to the sense say site one mo kura no ena me no kasa ofa soldiers for a police for just say o mo nya adwuma nye oh for munya adwuma nye fasi for mama me disi for no so munya adwuma nye me che national security for munya adwuma nye o ti say immigration force and border so mo patrol no say hono ye prone area too many bia untimi nko because akodi a hye meka say enkofu bi hu ho no mo no NDC panyi bi kura ba be kan say kwaku enwura mo de yensan yo na wo ko no masa se de o masi abo mo ho no ho amna mo bo a mo ho amna de akande no mo ho amna de atuduro no mo hye mo ene untimi nko sa apron elu ho ye pen so ne sabi ya nti wanyina bi who born dog say wo ba be call site anam kro say military man and obi ba be call entino obi aye well armed or hunti ntimi nko ensi da GNDC government so kwa na say man ye dey e koso
me da say Galamsey issue say be no politics say dia e be hard because me pese my encounterment bia my intervene will be conversation money ade but upon all that you say we den the work kan nyina no ebiasisi ebranam wo na all the same no o de yemfa no nto na fe men komanim na mesaba so Kevin mamem na wo yenua be ma Martin Safujan NPP communication team member in the Ashanti region and Osepe position as youth organizer our Josu constituency etiana ma hwena mo so maka no to mama no Kevin yeni komo je sia no containers 3000 near chira yire ya energy minister me won say 1350 containers enya etimi I will trade only just 40 containers out of 1350 no zaka 1310 containers and see you I be with the suggestions abasenke baya yenche the managing director ya no da ECG ano yewura aye Samuel Mahama na fe yen sanche dentam energy minister na mo atibuku prempe na po na fe yenche dentam chairman for ECG yewura Alexander Afanyo Markins empayfo yi suggestion mo dia bayi oda memu saw simano enum mementiu
fa we de meda asbiem me nua ne kasana me opponent kasana o kan sem bi say everyone saying under NDC and as under NPP no they supervised a less Galamsey and as a less effect of what Galamsey water bodies and resources so na any all kasana na me call Ghana Water Company on my website on my record in 2024 be September and November mo record say water levels 14,000 NTU na me can NTU that is the unit yeah they measure in suitability and now about 2025 and so mo record they say omo NTU no at aba down to 9,000 from 14,000 by 9,000 that's how catch me say oh na why are they chain me and I say me time na me ye Galamsey chain wa na say unka ne o kano it you are either twisting facts and I say you are not on top of issues and na osaka bi say nanado kofa equipment be at the bagana to fight everything in Galamsey menace but ye nyina ye wa ha say na party hiesika e bae I seize the excavators here almost seize ni nyina na omo sakochiche anasa omo ton in all in the name of party hiesika for what primaries and you know if you sit here to tell me say under your time you supervised Galamsey on the low now say this time around Galamsey has risen and not just say you are not saying something which is factual or Ebio Mosaka say Mahama can say he will protect our what forest reserves. Now Mahama can say no. By the time Mahama we have in Ghana here we have 248 forest reserves. Now Mahama ABD president for less than 4 months. Yetini I reclaiming 7 forest reserves. 7. I international or Sade LI bill was our parliament say LI 2462 in Kayen repel na Emma everything amount for coins some bit me mine forest reserves nanka ya repel now catch me say why are they change obia or no ebe repel sa act na one also introduces a bill no what I main core issue so about the containers the issue of the containers the 1348 containers are ECG for there they had equipment transformers and cables and or they be connected lights to the various constituencies and our communities Ghana has it. Now here the kind of people they've been complicit in this kind of issue. Or here Afenyo Makena or he was the former board chairman of ECG. Now here Dubik Mahama Samuel our also not MD and as a CEO of ECG. And Matthew Puku Prempe Honorable also a Minister of Energy. Ohe yemfa omo bako. Ohe my friend is Afenyo Maken issues when you now buy in the beginning he wasn't accepting responsibility. na ohwa or person shifty blame say obi na ekuna even na omo tonton these containers no. Inti I want to ask a question, say as Obedi Evenezeng, CEO, board chairman of ECG for close to 2 years and I said 3 years. No, what did he do in that regard? A dear pana Obeti Miaka say me and I'm here because who's any audio now or say Bibiara obey and a reform be obey was a particular board. It is always in the public domain. Intini Senka or ye be to this regard. I'm sure Senka in I so better. Now I heard Dubik Mahama and Swa. Evenezeng Dubik Mahama. I don't know, so a former CEO of ECG, and as a electricity company of Ghana. Now here scandals be a recorded under him. In 2023, no, Parliament, budget for friend is a ECG. Almost overran our budget by 7.3 billion Ghana cedis as a result of what procurement issues. Number 2, another scandal yes I recorded under him. They say ECG, yenim say ECG at the car because a man for be use to light. And now ya fenuma can cry list agency CB or modeka or the ECG car. ECG at the car yenim. Na ECG amount for a friend is saying contract on procurement. One man and 2 companies contracts for procurement. Now one company cried pre-financing. Now you got pre-financing. I just say ECG na be mo musika edi kan say omo fanye procurement no. Number 2, another company omo card omo license any omo license no, like omo license isn't effective. They don't have the mandate to be able to do any procurement. Good. If this is the kind of person a friend is saying he is complicit in this issue, I think say if you bring him on board, na say Utimi etotona no bisanense, because we should ask him why he also resigned from the as ECG CEO or cite personal reasons. We should be able to ask him why you had to resign. Say be intiasibi anye ejuma I was step pay down, and I say what the idea be by no one fa I was step pay down. He should let us know. I think say, and then Yemfa Matthew Poku Prempe, honorable former flag bearer. This is a man he has shown that he has no kind of running mate. He has shown that he has no form of regard for the citizens of Ghana. He's the same person who said if Keta's sea defense wall is included in the budget, he would lead Asante-Mine on a demonstration. Adia ACO. Friends and voter region man for life as a statesman there, as MP with the MP for close to more than 8 years and as more than 12 years there. In case something like this should bring you joy, but if you open your mouth to say you would lead a demonstration in this regard if they are included, this is someone who has no regard for us, and he should also be brought to book and asked necessary questions. What for Mensah call good. Pachomate. Okay. Me can say afenyu mark and Eddie can say abia owo then people were there everything they connive with the ECG officials no more talks our containers. After buying the containers, then they will turn back and come and resell to the ECG. Until me question they say why or what did he do in that regard? What did he do in that regard? Until omo propaganda nanu ya omo communications director Mr. Ahinyagba na Richard Ahinyagba oposti ibi say events and containers omo wa taban ohwe omo painting NDC colors. Any another picture be on also NDC for SWASWA friends and green army omo say green army omo SWASWA friends omo SWA containers. Now these issues did not occur under this friends leadership and under this government. These were brought to bear, and I say these issues were exposed as a result of your friend is an energy minister no ne committee be all set up so we share the procurement bill and as we share the procurement activities of what ECG. My main concern back control before say Dubik ebe take over na ECG every week, and as more allocations are that is meant for procurement, but Dubik Mahama eba so enya afei na your friend is an issue aba na ye very say afini ye copy sika e clear goods first no and I can na sika e wo ho every month and I say every week accounting him for what clearing of goods from port, but Oba he cancelled all those things with the explanation say friend is saying the ECG as a whole has no resources and asset money. These are some of the people that should be brought to book and I support the call that they should be invited, questioned, and interrogated on this issue of Galamsey.
My young po na yeni inu abema Jan yeni komo yenhwe o share eye containers ya aye diarrhea ma no sabi ye di won bobo yi ekwa fa so ye hu ye o hye no letters aba chese from a former managing director Yura Samuel Mahama on one sign a copy chief of staff chief justice name attorney general name painful back account say Omachokoma a year PDS some washing containers Simon Wamintiu
offer
we thought of this issue
men offer me please he was giving more than 7 minutes offer
so I'm antel
anyway offer no problem offer offer the attorney say menu nenka I was looking for the senka and some can go nyina nko betimi support with his argument at me battery say what I was saying was totally wrong, but you see what I just heard from him was just a lamentation kwajumuna as if say they are in a campaign arena now. No substantive issues beyond Odigo Abontene. Over Accra me can say, you see, say yeti o meimu, na say name be because na say nya. Let's call a spade a speed. Say adiwe enye. Over. Didn't me can say. Over my talk the amount. Sorry you. What me car and I say before say wa beto. Na di kwa ko di ujuma. Over. I tender all the document, requisite documents be awesome the more be offer. The necessary ones with the amount ya ye bibia wie asensen bibia wie of our JK you akwa kwhwem ukohwem no ko boot one no of I think say the jack the reflector and the triangle the kai nya photo ade be gina chiri a lot of things you say ma car na ka bia of ni nyina wom ama of our di ho dan say ni nyina wom of our JK hwi udi akoye round so a de akobo adwuma the ode be bia ode aye offer close to 2-3 months time of an hour him actually kwan be busa me say car now the mama no ewom wo the mama no na jack with them na reflector with them na triangle with them na spanner with them and car telling na wom kama yeah just yes what talk car the mama what on car the mama but me yeah say me and car telling na say nim tools na egum ni na no en say nim no offer oh but sabi o samba mo ba be busa me no offer say mo ekura no akura be sa de we you see yes offer yeah after transition team dey biem say when me say obi e fra konya so yeah transition team offer say when me say yeah all the requisite
container na island
offer me pa cho odawloma offer say be put blame we put blame there the government in power no all na say more questions than answers offer so hunu ya ye bibia dane bibia tender bibia dem ya ye transit with the transition team ya ye bibia wie so hunu ya ye wura energy minister John Jinapo. Oh yes, you call no it was say 3,000 adia chen oba was it was say 2,500 adia san chen one saba be kan we say you see over on the 19th February 2025 request for immediate clearance of 75 containers owned by the Electricity Company of Ghana. So no, that is ECG at the port. So sign Honorable John Abujinapo. Oh no offer.
Was it the
offer? Request 19 February.
19 February.
Yes.
2025.
Request for immediate clearance of 75 containers owned by the Electricity Company of Ghana. That's ECG at the port. Sign Honorable John Abujinapo. Copy of a kafla. Ubet me aje. You see offer. Adiana ye tam to ya ye ni say no offer. Aye no kra. Ene nipa nka me nipa ho nto mu. Se container se fa hene. Men hu bi da anti bi da. Se MPP e wo so no. Sani ma we say na ye dey. E ko so. Na se be kan kra e kan kra. Enye nwanwa. What I know is the NDC government led by John Dramani Mahama, they've attempted to sell the ECG. Yes. They've attempted to sell the ECG.
For the man.
They've attempted to sell the ECG. And yenya dia we say the beya abema ECG yen demonize no. Yen man hu gu fin kura na se ba se ye ka obia timi aka se ampa yanka. Ene ECG de moton kura amfa so e de ofam de ma. ECG de moton kura amfa so se de mo ye de mo ka no. So they are all attention on or they are all attempt is to demonize the electricity company of Ghana, which a general so kama. Yes, I believe crowd. The almost man say every 3 months, biano, you should get ready. Say increment a day, so no for net no man we say necessary man we say nyina koswa near we are near prayer dia koto wan na so offer ye we are near prayer dia koto wan na so eje no kre e wo ne mebu ho ma we say ma ye wire ni so hunu eti baby senka minority in parliament senka omni here say wade e man ko mani mre say do ma solid ne kasa no because ye fura be mu no ye hu say bibia was intact na le nka ye transition e senka ne ke ba bonte be kasa no ade we amode ma ye de when dey o say agina so ne hwehwe but offer 2 months to 3 months afen ye ba bontene ne aba be kasa se we yakofa container we afa ne sere na basa ye hunu of which ye wa ba mu no we say bi nyina ye dey ankoso am obi antimi anye dey am capture say ne ekoso ECG aso ya na say ne ekoso ye dey port it dey make catch Ghana man nyina so offer ye hunu say MPP near this no there is a vast different. There is a vast difference. One is come to development, one is come to pro policies. Say ye ma Ghana no nyina so in terms of na sumdue any bibia na offer. You can't underestimate MPP aban. Yes, ye nyina ya manyokuo. Ye nyina ye ya manyokuo. Ye nye Jesus Christ. Even Jesus Christ himself say onye perfect. Tineja no. Ye so sa na ye nye dey. Ye nye perfect. But ye bad down na say ka say amanyo any kuo. Ye nkamom na ye nya aye MPP ene timi yesa de ma we say nyina. Ade mo rem a wodwene ho a wonte ase nkwa ridiculous things and NDC for me dey omu ye na omu yo masa ba bonten aba be kan ma bebrebe diversional tactics no and a sha ase no amamu a Ghana for de ma omu agidi a enso agidi say yes of say o ka say ye pito ya Ghana for ye ho anyi o makono kura asabi omu so mo nkoto aba no ya etimi atoma mo bum no enye no ho adwuma ne de omu ye enye no ho adwuma ene de omu ye of am no ka say ne kura asabi o udanya ne kura na uso na mpa na also boss nyankopon mo ama de panye dey enchen e say no the mobile money vendors for nyina just said offer e say omu hia a police for ansa no betimi ayo madwuma ka police for bakwa different job no say no mobile money che momo ma menka na sa momo for no de me kan bietum for bia be kan momo ni bia yam cheche no say so ye adwuma na say at least or say nkopon be say 8 no timi meeting a daily requirement na or say at least be say 6 o'clock mo no opon that's why the sun niam na nkwa and niam be course wo kro de mi anam no awudie ne kro no just recently, yeah, putting the blame on the NDC government, of which time no, that's how they were saying anymore. Offer not to this extent. No cry about coupe. See a boat to your kun near you say near for where you are.
Person you kun finish station be. Boulevard Skeguma now Ghana. Offer
a patch of Mr. Namo Ghana ha.
One thing.
Offer set the sunny way they say, then yes. Of America, you see, me first suspect in 2 years. You see, what such company more on. A one never be any day.
But I can't work more than water. What I mean about my main share, memoir to us, but I went sherry a letter we show no before and Sunday discussion. See, any letter now there, mamma. We a free. ECG ankasa atena ye logo daso City Company of Ghana Limited March 2nd 2023
Pachomele na me ma
anya wodi na
okay
we ndi foforo request for the head of auctioning of ECG PDS consignment and containers at the port. Copy the Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, Honorable Minister, Attorney General, and Minister for Justice, the Honorable Minister for National Security, Honorable Minister for Energy, Honorable Minister for Finance, the Executive Directive Iroko, Director General, and Assistant Commissioner, GRA, Customs Division. And now, sign Samuel Mahama, Managing Director, Dubek, Cesar yeah. Say, oh, compare the what they amam CCA, yeah. Yeah, opinion equity. Or say, Superintendent of Police, Marine, Ports, and RLYS, Deputy, Ghana Police Service, Tema. Request for immediate clearance of 75 containers owned by the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, at the port. Signed John Agyapong, Minister for Energy and Mensah, Green Transition. Copy, Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, Accra. Mensah Jan Asamba in treaty assembly city. This letter we may any valid.
Never.
Yes, to me. This letter, any letter say from Energy Minister, Chief Superintendent say contain the be na say Osha letter. Yegura a year Maswell Dubek Mahama a Troye.
If I know when you hear,
but you find send them out. Oh, dear, main characters in Yamagan, but
Yamimuna meeting what I see.
Radio propaganda. I didn't know. Young Conde Obinka say, Yawoba. Yeah, I may many by Adam. Yeah. Boba, Bunya Akoda Umwadi. Yeah, Akoda bread once. Yeah, Akoda opinion some, and Akoda opinion some. Yeah. Akoda or Perdisian, and Akoda on Perdisian. Yeah. Akoda or Peble, and the one Peble. It is not Tama. You was said you defended, say, Ubiaya didn't know. So apart from the show, a friend said, me defending the panel. And I said, near daddy. Me there to show. It is just was with you. Do mean Casibia docan, but per me no. Let me one day papa tray to say difference with Mr. Nemo. Now your letter Mamma call for. We are former managing director for Yeezy. And opinion after the markets Parliamentary because the should see you should what kind so or a chair a quiet knife fast of 1 year human. But one make you say let it be about BBC and let our day does Mr. Nemo I'm worried.
Yes.
It is a somebody a tutia. Yen tutia ko any pa where the share Masanama check it. Masana abetum hwesi here. E ma cho yetam no kra so. Aka 1 minute pe. Ti me mo bia 30 seconds. Ye wrap up. Ma cho summarize na me ma no yen sori so. Tam na so.
Ofa, on say o truthfulness in the dance ni wodin abrechiri. Na minua yi betina ha say wa kan sema duduo na enim. Ene say wakofa lete ya ba superintendent of wine say
superintendent unkan yi am pa cho woni nya
let's say superintendent na wo ho na yes superintendent of police
ni hu superintendent bi ase the whole camp so
no say wa betina
superintendent wo wana
mi hu ye ofa
wa betina ha say kan say
superintendent of police marine ports and RLYS deputy Ghana police.
Ofa we nyina ne oye wuti ase. One verify the fact. Enti any otam ya ne so one verify the fact nti onim ye wum.
SD because on say enema bo wa. Stadium.
Okay yan ko
address. Bibia o.
Enti can we come for
this not politics. Me ba we nya politics. Jam me ba we ba
coming for my copy.
On say we mama send am.
You are coming for my copy.
Me ba on say we nya we nya politics. This is not politics. Obia ya de nya obi oso che Ghana mra. Say the say ye o man dia. Ye hu asem no kra no na ye ntruti o.
MPP was ye boyechi o no kra nya ofa wose ye kan.
Ade ba na fa ye konam say
MPP ti abem ofa. Eniema ye di so MPP. Ofa ye nsa so ye nko anim. Ye ni sa ye nko. No, but please. I'm talking with the please. Ofa ye ni sa so ye nko anim. Ye nyina ye wa ha. You the media people ni media mo de here galam say akufo ado aban say ye nkonko boy dua me ye boy asem ye of ye ni sanso enye dua me ye ready aduma over and so dem me accept politics aduma I won't allow her to dictate for me please you can dictate for me but not then allow him to be silent else I won't also be silent allow him to be silent you can't dictate for me
ye obi obata konwa so ya Ghana fa so pane paawo me mani efi ye pa Mahama me ana me come there obi obeta konwa so ama afu o kasaf no di atem because no abre amen no Mahama obi a onye opportunity ya ɔman ne hwahwa ne yɛ press ɔbɛba ɔbɛgye ɔman so ya yɛ bɔ mpaeɛ sɛ wɔde sɛ ɔmla ɛna na Akufo-Addo ɛyɛ fat Ghanafoɔ bi ani ba Nana Addo brɛso na wotumi nka nsɛm bi a mama ba yɛ tumi ka yɛn nyina ni enti sɛ containers ɛyɛ ɔman gyapadeɛ hwɛ former chairman Edema ECG Alexander Fanyomakis or say the air yana say any panel ya was sharing near Safa Chabaton Edema ECG for Manka where pipini or your parliament workers and when you are dear son your politics near Yakopeka Tabiba say ECG was me addressed to police for what? Police to the money or no police no Sabi Obi Korea dear say but you be was me addressed to police say superintendent of police one marine crown say onu nsoso nye nsoso asa na man ne ne sebi ECG for issue enti say propaganda na yenya de a ebetimi aboama oman no ya benefit nya de say e party nti mempem egu party hu fi eti yeso nya party no e individual ne ni deal NDC party is there NPP party is there but individual according to individual ne no mudi eti mesra mo say sadewe ya aba mesra let we nye letter me nye letter masa to someone be kanta but obi o sensible bi ebo sebi sa let we enye varied let we there kwa fama but me person me ko be what the me so seconds yampon 30 seconds yan sorry
me letter me dey ba nyan kama fama
ja what me ba na letter ECG sha obi da bi na so obi dey ba me boa le ko so letter jan letter ECG
to say
o de mate me ba cho me sorry man ka di me ba cho mo fanche me so mo fanche me wa me fache me jan fache me misro to the seconds sorry so
it's no for we there o share containers issues we have to tackle it. Everyone who is complicit they say we have to bring them to book. Afenyo Markins do big Mahama friend saying former Minister of Energy Honorable Matthew Poku Prempeh Omunyina, they have to be brought to book or more answer questions on what they know about the situation. Now we fight it head on. Oshe Afenyo Markin Osaka say and only him say NDC ba say or more be arrested but or more de nyame be hwe omo so intini we munyina ya comment I so tin be chire mu intini let's just invite them. They are complicit on the issue. It's a fact and so they should come and then help us.
But that's Jan yes sorry so
far me na wase na in kanchire wona asable no otie no san hwe na Ghana man titiru asanteman so titiru se ye de ba be ye no na ye se enye nti yenya ba enwa no na yemfama NDC fo e betena no ma de wo se ye kan no kure no ai betimi bia na ye beka but omu a measure no mu de tutu se na Akufo-Addo aban ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aban wo so no MPP aban na ye so se na nya ene e de no eye buro so ena ofa ye da ye ntimi na sabi ade be che se ekum ohini we sei insecurity echina obi ni ba bia ba bedu no so chidom hina of mampombo fiedu nura onka bi nhiem to bonutio yakunu ya saa na ye hwe no wo man mu but no kure bia wo se ye ka bia to s no as MPP no ye ba betena se ne defend na o man konkonu Ghana no nye se ne ye hwe no nye se ne ye pe no e bia o kyena nko no ye nim de bedu no so enti ofa meda hwefo ne atiefo nyina ase na ma kye obi bia nso ene awie nso ebio meda ase
enti bo food chidom hina mo bontu
ofa wada wo ma ye bonutio akuno
enra
va
bro food ai santasi bro food
wo mampon
bro food
Krubisi nche wa ifro imprim awono
na ebe ya so
ofa ne kan so asabi o man fa ka no enkwanti omukun ne na yi nyina ofa ne sika
o man fa hwe
ofa the contract killing ofa adawroma
ebe ma bisafo ne o man na Agyapong'S very very unfortunate say sad day we hate Messi. Very very unfortunate this incident Nikwase Kabane Sabet anwadi yede be see nyame adro ehia that's a Federal trust when they show down ye beda Martin Safujan ase na fe yada ye nua be ma wo MPP communication team member ope youth organizer ewo edwoso se mon kai na monto emfa ema no na man tom me court na ba hwemu ewo ho afi Dogbe Kevin NDC communication team member ɔyɛ secretary 10 ɛwɔ Ken West midi ɛna finance producer ɛyɛ Hana yɛbɛda Manuel ase sɛ contribute wɔ MC Adoma yɛ afei the boy director na yɛ mu nya bɛkyi dɔm yɛ sɔre sui nyame adoma ɛnhyia da se fɛ de makamu na mbabae